Alright, so this is how we do this. We got a bunch of leftovers, and we have some old white rice. We'll probably turn this pan to medium-ish. So we got some leftover cowboy caviar from last night, leftover corn chowder. So we'll let this warm up for about 10 or so minutes. And the main thing is to kind of get all the rice kind of mixed in there so it's not dried out or anything like that. To get a nice kind of like disgusting mixture of foods all together. And this is what I'm having for breakfast. So what I'm gonna do to make this totally epic for breakfast is I took some corn tortillas, chopped them up, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of lime and a little bit of salt on top. Put them in the oven. The oven's already on because we're cooking sweet potatoes for Bubba and Dewey. So I'm gonna put those in there with them. Then I'll have some chips to go along with my disgustingly epic, I don't even know what to call it. Just a mixture of all types of shit. Corn chips are done, so I'm just gonna decoratively put them here in this bowl. I gotta try to do it like Hannah, make it look really pretty. And just a little bit of salsa. Man, it's just so good. So here we go, this is what the photo will look like. Not too shabby.
You guys can play in another spot.
Yeah, the dogs keep following, so there's like a pack of like 7 or 8 dogs. They just keep following us wherever we go here. It's like...
You guys are silly. What are you doing?
Dewey, you alright there, brah? Dewey is just taking all these dogs on. He's the odd one out. He is so mad at her. Yeah, really.
You're getting used to being up there though and like playing with the other dogs.
Quite the aggressive day at the dog park today. They're definitely getting a lot more comfortable and playing with the dogs, but it was getting a little heated there, wasn't it, Hannah? Yeah.
They had fun though.
So I believe at the end of yesterday's vlog I mentioned how I wanted to talk kind of more specifically about money saving tips and minimalism. And when I think about really minimizing and simplifying your life, the first step is really to determine exactly what it is that you value the most in your life. So for Hannah and I, it's pretty simple. We value cycling, we value cooking, YouTube and photography, we value our dogs. So those are like the main things that are, I would say, that we value the most in our life. So when you look around and you see our apartment and you see the type of stuff that we have in it, you see that, for example, we've invested a lot into cycling. But in other things that don't necessarily matter to us, like say like furniture, like we haven't obviously invested very much in that at all. And for example, clothing as well. Like, you know, having some good clothes I think is a great thing, but you can see from the vlogs and from Hannah's vlogs, like I wear the same clothes almost every single day. I just kind of rotate them here and there, you know, especially like when I wash them or they need to be washed. Having like super nice clothes and looking like super nice all the time, for us, or for me personally, isn't really that, it's not that important to me. But somebody else in the world might look at like how much we've spent on these bikes, they might think that we're crazy about that. And something that we don't value a lot is having a car. We don't really need a car. So with going along with a lot of the activities that we do, that, for example, like cycling, we've moved to a place where we know that we can do cycling throughout the entire winter and that we can be active and that we can be outside, because those are things that we definitely value in our life. So you can kind of get an idea that we've really like kind of nailed down the things that are most important to us, and we've based our external surroundings and the possessions that we have around those main core values in our life. And that is really the heart of, minimalism and simple living, and living a life where you're not buying a bunch of shit that you don't necessarily need, right? The stuff that you're buying is stuff that's really actually gonna make you happy, because it's gonna allow you to do more of the activities that you love to do, or to do the activities that you love to do, allow you to do them a lot better than you could have before. So for these kind of like minimalism type videos, and I'm gonna do some law of attraction type ones as well, is that I want to leave you at the end of each kind of like little kind of like mini segment or whatever with something to like either think about or something to work on. So for this video, I just want to keep it really simple. I just want you to just think about, you know, what are the things that you value the most in your life? Like, what is the most valuable to you? It could be friends and family. It could be having a nice car. It could be living in a certain place. It could be, you know, places where you can go hiking or cycling or running. It could really essentially be anything, because there's no right or wrong answer here. You could really love having nice clothes. That doesn't make you a bad person or anything like that. It's just different from, you know, what we value. So if you're very interested in minimalism, just take like 10-15 minutes and just start writing down the things that you value the most, and see where they rank up against other things in your life. With rating everything, it'll make a lot more sense in future videos when we talk about purging stuff and getting rid of certain items that you don't necessarily value. Because when you think about it, say you have like a really nice set of furniture that you spent like thousands and thousands of dollars on, and you just kind of like, maybe over the years you've just come to realize, you know what, maybe this furniture isn't, you know what, it's just not that valuable to me anymore. So when you actually identify that in the future, maybe you move to another apartment or to another house, and you sell off all that furniture, maybe in the future you can be like, you know what, instead of going out and spending several $1,000s on furniture, maybe I only need to go down to a thrift store and spend a couple $100s on furniture. Or you can just go the super minimalist route and just get replacement couch cushions and, you know, cheap bistro sets for your furniture. So yeah, just take 10-15 minutes and just start rating the things and the activities and the possessions that you have in terms of value. What are the things that you value the most? What are things that you don't necessarily value so much? Just write it down and just get a clear idea of what it is that you do value and what it is that you don't necessarily value that much. Hope that helps. Talk to you on the next vlog. Peace.